what's up, Trail and Summit? My name is Andrew Muse. I'm a full-time athlete and creator, and I just spent the last 2 years building this crazy truck called the Muse Roamer. Basically, we found an old 2004 Ford F-550 four-wheel drive work truck, pulled the bed off of it, and then built the entire structure from the frame up. Designed everything, built everything by hand in a friend's garage. So basically, we've got a big buckstop bumper with a Warren 16.5 thousand pound winch, Baja design lights up front, and then we lifted and converted it from a dually to a single. So we've got 41-inch tires, pretty crazy. This whole thing was sort of a kit. So we got the wheels, tires, lift, suspension, fender flares, all in a kit, and that helped keep the dimensions right. Basically the wheels are just offset, so that made it all nice and easy as far as the conversion. It wasn't too crazy. And then the camper box here is made out of 1/2-inch HDO, which is an epoxy infused plywood, 2-inch foam board, 1/2-inch HDO, glued and through bolted together and then attached to an internal steel frame. We designed all these custom underbelly boxes and had a company out of Springville, Utah called Vorshear build these for us. They all sort of have a different purpose. This one eventually will be a slide out propane grill that's, you know, kind of hard lined in, so we'll just have a full-time grill right here, but at the moment it's just skateboard storage. Then this is sort of our base camp bottom container here where our stairs fold up. They live in there. We've got, you know, a floor mat, a couple random things. Above here on the outside, we've got some exterior lighting. So we have some Baja design lights, an awning, and a ski box on the roof, so that when, you know, we're at camp and it's dark out and we need to fire up some lights, we have some exterior lighting, which is really nice. And then off the back here, we have a couple of big storage boxes made by Vorshear as well. Custom bumper. They also made 4 exterior lights that work as area lighting, but they're also hooked up to our reverse. So when we throw it into a reverse, we have a nice, big, bright light, so we're not backing into anything with the backup camera. Then we have surfboards and kiteboards off the back, backup camera, spare tire on the roof. We have 2 one-up bike racks that are mounted vertically. We had to do a few alterations to make those work. But basically in these boxes, we've got this one built to house a generator and 2 propane tanks, and then like firewood and whatever else, wet gear, kind of ends up back here. And hatch for our cassette toilet, but is also an outside shower. So you can rinse off the dog, rinse off our feet, take a shower out here. It's actually like my favorite thing to do is like take a shower right at sunset in like the desert or something. It's just a really cool feeling. More storage, and that's where we keep like tools and fluids. And then we have 2 diesel tanks, couple penetrations for some appliances, and yeah, that's sort of the quick, rough and dirty exterior of the rig. You guys want to check out the inside? Sweet. So we sort of built his and hers cabinets and drawers. This is kind of my side. You know, I've got toiletries, more clothes, random stuff. These are 16 inches deep. They slide out. They're really nice. We've got these push button locks. So when it's locked, they're flush. When they're open, they're a little handle. Kind of girlfriend side, we have a wet bath. So we've got our cassette toilet. Also hang wetsuits and winter gear in here, so like snowboarding clothes and boots. You know, shower kind of becomes storage a lot of the time. I have this awesome 3-way fridge. It's propane, AC, and DC. It's actually like 30% bigger than the fridge in our last apartment. Really love having this food storage space. Ashley's a big foodie, so it's nice to have, you know, all this real estate. We've got, you know, these pop-up cabinets for more storage above and below with some stays. You know, this thing, nice huge bay for like our pantry. All of our spices, kind of dry goods live in here. We've got more storage right here. Keep our dog food, our propane furnace, a couple other little things. And this is the dinette, which my girlfriend Ashley's hanging out at, just getting some work done. But yeah, basically this is where we have breakfast. We have these nice awning style windows, which are great. They also have sort of a slide up shade or a slide down screen, so you can kind of have the best of both worlds. If it's raining, we can still have the windows open and be protected. A nice full-size queen bed. We shortened it just a little bit so we can accommodate a little bit of extra storage at our feet. We keep our dirty clothes in the corner and some other stuff here. Underneath the bed, we have the Froley system, which is like these little plastic spring things, and it really helps with the airflow. We were getting lots of moisture under the bed previous to this, so this actually adds a little bit of comfort and a ton of airflow. So we're really liking the Froley system here. There's also this hypervent stuff, which we tried first. Didn't work as well, so we just kept it because we had it anyways. And then I've got my editing bay. I'm also a video creator. I live on the road full time as a athlete creator. We do a lot of different action sports stuff. We run a series called Tiny Home Adventure, which you should check out. Hopefully there's a link in the bio. And yeah, we've got like just storage for batteries and charging compartment. Working on editing some whitewater rafting for episode 5 of the Tiny Home Adventure. And then over here we've got a propane 3-burner stove and oven, which is super nice. A full-size undermounted sink with sort of our trash bin and toiletries and stuff in here. Yeah, so our furnace system is just a propane forced air furnace. Actually, one of the only things I wish I'd done differently on this rig is done radiant floor heating with a diesel water heater. Apparently that's like a really great solution because our water tanks are in the subfloor. They're still within the thermal envelope, but once it gets kind of below 10 degrees, water starts to freeze. I mean, water starts to freeze at 32 degrees, but within here, we're able to keep it pretty warm. So that's sort of our cutoff for cold weather, and radiant floor heating would be great. Also, another thing, one of my favorite things is this ceiling is shasugi ban. So it's just burnt pine tongue and groove. You burn it to till it's black, and it kind of gets that alligator skin, and then you take a wire brush and brush it out. So all of the softwood brushes away, but all the grain maintains the color and the texture. And we just did a light stain and some semi-gloss coat, and it's so cool. We also did all LED lights that are on 3 different zones and 3 dimmers. So we sort of have the bed, the main cab here, and the under cabinet lights. And yeah, it's been really nice living in this thing for the last 6 or 7 months. Has been great, and we're planning on being in it for another year. Yeah, that's home sweet home. If you're interested, you can check me out at Andrew__Muse, or find us on YouTube. We run a pretty fun adventure lifestyle series, and our whole build is actually on YouTube as well. Just search Andrew Muse and the Muse Roamer Project. So thanks for checking it out, Trails and Summit, and we'll see you soon.
After we finished checking out Andrew Muse's rig, I hopped onto my phone and gave his YouTube and Instagram a quick check. I started watching a series behind the whole build process of the Muse Roamer and instantly became obsessed with the whole build series. He does an amazing job at outlining every aspect behind his 2-year build, and shows not only when things were great, but when the work started to become difficult and overly time consuming. I then wanted to also check out a little bit more of who this guy was and some of the places his Muse Roamer has traveled to. I hopped over to Instagram and found everything from action shots to dog photos to Milky Way photos with his truck underneath. I was really impressed by everything that has gone into the Muse Roamer after watching his build videos that documented every part of the transformation, from work truck to a true earth roamer that is today. I also loved seeing the end result of his rig being used in such awesome environments and places throughout the US, such as Pacific City, where I met him. If you want to check out a more in-depth review of his truck camper, go watch his step-by-step build process videos on YouTube, or find him on Instagram to follow his journey through the US with the Muse Roamer.